Welcome to Lesson in Everyday Podcast. Listen, it is your host, LA. Welcome to each and every one of you to this series titled Talk That Talk. This small series, is about self-talk and the conversation you have to have with yourself each and every day, because the mind is a battlefield. The mind is a battlefield. And this is giving you the opportunity to really encourage yourself, empower yourself, remind yourself of what you need each and every day to go throughout your day, to fight off those negative thoughts, to fight against the negativity, those thoughts that deceive you from reality. I'm not saying ignore your feelings or your feelings are not valid. But what I am saying is that sometimes you have to get to a point where you gain control of your thoughts, and to gain the power over your thoughts, you have to be able to speak back to those thoughts, the positive words, the positive affirmations, what you need to hear. Okay, so let's get right into it. Again, welcome to Lesson in Everyday Podcast, and we're going to start with today's topic. Hey y'all, so listen, today's topic is titled The Big Talk. I titled it The Big Talk because the grand topic or conversation is the conversation with yourself. I may not have worded that right, so let me word it better. Mind your talk. The big talk is about minding your talk. Being careful with the words that you deposit in your spirit and soul, in your heart, the words that you tell yourself. Being careful and protective of your mind, protective of your thoughts, what goes in, because whatever goes in is going to come out. You're going to make it a reality. Your words become reality because you're speaking them and you're believing them and you're meditating on them. So the big talk of the day, being careful, protective of what you say to yourself. Mind your talk. Listen, your conversation starting the day, the morning off, should be of gratitude and acknowledging and realizing where you are in life and accepting, hey, this is my life. I appreciate where I am. I appreciate that I am making progress to where I want to be, and I am working towards that, okay? So I'm going to give credit where credit is due. That's right. Tell yourself these things. Another one, being able to have that big conversation with yourself, being able to actually break down what is it that's going on through your head, the negative thoughts, why are they created, what are they doing, what are the thoughts about, digging deeper. It's time to have the big conversation with yourself, the conversation that you may want to share with friends or talk to friends. Sometimes you don't have anyone there as far as in your personal space, right? So you need to be able to have these conversations with yourself. You need to be able to break down and ask the hard questions. What am I doing when my thoughts are being led astray? When there are negative thoughts appearing, negative thoughts popping up, negative thoughts or any kind of thoughts that are clouding my mind and having me to bring it to reality. What am I doing at that time? What did I start thinking about, and how did my thought go from one thing and overshadow everything else in my life? When did my thoughts become reality? What made that happen? What am I doing? Who have I been talking to? What am I listening to? Okay, this is the big talk you got to have with yourself. What was I reading? What was I actually looking at and allowing to sink in my soul, sink in my mind, and become the clouds of the day, the clouds of the night, what is overshadowing everything in my mind? The thoughts. What kind of thoughts? Where are they coming from? Where has this uprooted from? This is the big talk. So today I just want to remind you to mind your talk. Be careful what you say and how you say things to yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you listening to? These are questions and conversations and answers only you have. Deep inside, you have it, and you have to be honest with yourself. So today, I want to remind you to have the big talk that you need with yourself, because it is necessary. It is vital that we have these conversations and we break down the thoughts, go deeper, because it's deeper than the surface. There is something rooted there and we have to uproot it. But in order to uproot it, we have to be honest with ourselves and be able to bring it to light, answer the questions that are necessary, and to really review and assess what is going on at the time that we're thinking these thoughts, and how can we overcome and overcome and achieve being able to fight back the battle of the mind, bringing positive thoughts into reality, bringing back our mind back into reality and facing reality, being back into the walk of faith, being back into a hopeful place. What do we do? How do we do it? Well, I tell you, it starts with the talk. In order to start answering the questions and being able to have a more positive mindset, we have to break this down. We have to have a conversation with ourselves, sit with ourselves, and be able to talk about or be able to break those thoughts down, to be able to get to the root of the cause, the root of those negative thoughts, the root of those insecurities, the root of the anxiety, the root of the stress. That's right. You hear me. It's the big talk. It's the big talk. You got to mind your talk. You have to mind your talk. You have to be careful, and you have to be protective of what your mind, your eyes, your ears hear. You have to be protective of what's going to actually take part in your thoughts of the day, the thoughts of the night. There are many aspects that play a part, but we can control some of the things by controlling what we see, what we say, what we do, and what we listen to. So start with the big talk, and we will continue this series later. But I wanted to be able to share with you the big talk is having that hard conversation with yourself and being honest with yourself. This is room for you and only you to be able to conquer and achieve in this area. And so you have to start with having the conversation with yourself about minding your talk and being careful and protective of what goes in your mind from what you hear, what you see, and what you speak. All right. Well, that is all I have for today. Again, we will continue this series, Talk That Talk, but today was about the big talk. Okay. We got to start with the big talk. So I hope that you take time to really take serious this moment, this time, because this is time for you to gain back power over your thoughts, okay? To take captive of your thoughts and to be able to have more positive thoughts that overcome the negative thoughts, okay? I love you guys. Thanks for staying tuned. Again, wait for it. There will be more episodes of Talk That Talk. This is about self-talk, the conversation you have to have with yourself. God bless you.